What's up? Welcome back to Race 164. My name is Dan, and today I am unveiling my top 10 Hot Wheels cars that don't exist, but I wish did. So pay attention, Hot Wheels, and make these already. Please. Vroom! Number 10. Alright, kicking off the list, we've got Liam Doran's twin-engine mini truck.
Oh! This is sick!
This tiny little racing truck is such a monster. Alright? Twin Hayabusa engines. This thing can do donut wheelies. Just think about that. Donut wheelies. Like, what? How is that even possible? Twin Hayabusa engines, that's how. Hot Wheels already makes lots of minis. I think it would be easy for them to make this into a casting. It'll appeal to motorheads and collectors. Plus, it's got a fun color scheme that'll also appeal to kids shopping for a new toy car. Number 9. All right, coming in at number 9, we got Blake Wilkie's Megalodon. Actually, I'm going to pair this with number 8 too, because they kind of go hand in hand, so. Number 8. Number 9 and number 8. All right, sorry. It's the Megalodon and Jaws. Blake Wilkie's two ridiculous off-road racing vehicles. Once again, have that fun color scheme that's going to appeal to younger kids. Just imagine these two bad units in one of those Hot Wheels premium 2-packs, like the Bronco and the Raptor one. That would be unreal. Number 7. Coming in at number 7, we've got the US Legends cars. These are small-scale race cars designed to be an affordable gateway into automobile racing. They started in the US, but they have since spread all across the world. They're modeled after those old boys who were running moonshine back in the 30s. So they look like 30s coupes. They have 3 different body styles, I believe, that all use the same chassis. So Hot Wheels could do the same thing. You got the one chassis that fits 3 different body styles. And then you just release them with different color schemes, and eventually all us nerdy collectors have a whole fleet of Legends cars. I know a lot of guys would even repaint them themselves to look like their own cars, or, you know, the cars they race against. Number 6. At number 6, we've got a non-taxi, non-police car, Ford Crown Victoria. You could argue it's too high on the list, and you might be right. But I put it at number 6, and that's where it's staying. I just want a stock, you know, off the car lot Crown Vic. Is that too much to ask? I know Matchbox makes we got taxis and police cars, but they all have something on the roof. They usually have a big chunky bumper on the front. And they're okay, but I just want a stock. I just want plain Jane Crown Vic. One of the most iconic cars ever. Obviously, I have some bias because I'm a big Cletus McFarlane fan, and I just want to have a fleet of Hot Wheels Crown Vics so that I can paint them up and run my own little tiny Freedom 500. Is that too much to ask? Now, I've done a bit of research here and I can't find any, but there's a chance they did this, and I just don't know it. In the grand scheme of things, I'm kind of new to the diecast hobby, so if there is, you know, a base model, just, you know, run-of-the-mill, non-taxi, non-police cruiser Crown Victoria, somebody please let me know in the comments. So, you know, lately they've had a surge in popularity, thanks to old Cletus, but they're a cool car, all right? There's a reason they used them for so many things, like police cars and taxis. It's because they're awesome. All right, we're right here on the edge of the top 5, and at this time, I'd just like to give you that friendly reminder to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, brother. Number 5. Kicking off the top 5, we got Travis Pastrana's Subaru Family Huster. This thing is fast and loud and ugly and just cool. ugly in a cool kind of a way, right? The fact that they chose to use a wagon for this project is funny and cool and weird, and I just dig it. All right. Certainly a unique looking car. It's one of a kind. Travis Pastrana fans and collectors alike would be all over it. It's got active aerodynamics. Seriously, watch it. It's got spoilers and fins and stuff that move, and it's just wild. Extra downforce when you want it. It's wild. Now, I have an interesting thing to point out with this one, because Hot Wheels made something that looks suspiciously close already. It's called the Tracked Wagon. And it's obviously, play on the word dragon, but it's a wagon, so it's a dwagon. And if you look at it here, we got active aerodynamics. It's a drifty, Gymkhana looking type wagon thing. And I can't help but wonder if its design was heavily influenced by old Pastrana's Huster wagon. Number 4. One of my favorite vehicles of all time, Cletus McFarlane's drag and drive El Camino, commonly known as Mullet. This, I don't really even know how to put into words how cool this car is, okay? Now, first of all, let me say, I know it's in the shop right now getting totally redone by Cameron Johnson Race Cars. And that's cool. It's going to be like a Mullet 2.0, and I can't wait to see what it's like and what it can do. But for this list, for now, I'm talking about the drag and drive version of Mullet. It can make a 6-second pass on the quarter mile at 230 miles an hour, and then load up all your tools into a trailer and pull it thousands of miles to the next track for a whole week. Those race weeks are such a cool competition, and Mullet is like the perfect vehicle for that. I could have put it higher on the list. You'll see why I didn't, but Mullet is just so cool. And Hot Wheels could make one so easily. So easily, in fact, I made one, kind of, myself. You just start with one of these 1980 El Caminos, which is very, very close to Mullet's body. I don't know what year Mullet actually is, but this one, it's even got pretty close to the right hood on it. So you just strip the paint off, paint it gray, paint the doors black. You can see I'm not great at the painting just yet. But if it's sitting on a shelf and you're not that close to it, it looks so good. Now, obviously, I don't have the turbos sticking through the hood just yet, and you can probably tell the body isn't even fully attached right now. I've just got it sitting there, and I'm practicing on my ability to make a fake little turbo stick in through the hood, and it's coming along. I'm just nervous to try it on my actual Mullet. But Hot Wheels could totally do it. It would be so easy, and it would sell like crazy. Cletus has over 4 million subscribers. That means like more than one of every 100 people in North America is a subscriber. More than that many know about him. They would sell so many Hot Wheels Mullets. Even to a guy who's just a Cletus fan and not a Hot Wheels guy, he sees that at a checkout shelf for $2 or whatever. He's like, oh, brother, I got me Mullet, dude. And, then he just puts it in his garage or in his workshop or wherever on his desk. I'm serious. They could sell 1 million of these or more. Or imagine a premium version of it with the trailer behind. Come on. That would be awesome. As I'm sitting here talking about this, I can't help but feel like I should have put it higher up on the list. But the top 3 is pretty solid, and you're going to see why in just a minute. Before I unveil the top 3, I just want to clarify that this is my opinion. This is my personal opinion. These are my favorite cars that I would love to see become Hot Wheels castings. Now, if you feel differently, I would love for you to tell me about it in the comments. So if there's a car that I missed, and you're like, dude, you forgot about this one, it's got to be in the top 10, please let me know. Maybe that'll lead to me finding, my new favorite car. All right, let's do it. Here's my top 3. We're in the level now where it's like a crime that Hot Wheels hasn't made these. Okay, the top 3 are like no-brainers. It's just a complete head scratcher as to why they haven't been made yet. Number 3. Actually, so number 3 and number 2 kind of go together, kind of like number 8 and number 9 did. Number 3 and number 2. All right. So number 3 and number 2, respectively, are Ken Block's Hoona Truck and Hoonicorn. You could even make it 3 versions because there's 2 different versions of the Hoonicorn, and they are both wild. They are both icons. And the Hoona Truck too. The first time I saw the Hoonicorn, I was just like, that's the coolest car I've ever seen. All-wheel drive, 10 million horsepower, wide body, whatever it is, 68 or 69 Mustang. Oh, so cool. And then they go and make the Hoona Truck out of like a 71 F-150 or something. Ken Block is a total racing icon. He passed away too young, and the motorsports world lost really an artist, like a driving artist, when we lost Ken Block. Hot Wheels has made some Ken Block cars. Like, I know they made the Fiesta from one of the Gymkhana videos. And I know some other diecast companies have made the Hoona Truck and the Hoonicorn. I just can't figure out why Hot Wheels hasn't done them. And maybe there's some licensing things with Hoonigan or the Block family. I don't know, but it feels like such a home run that there has to be some kind of roadblock there. And that's why it hasn't happened yet. But please, Hot Wheels, whatever it is, figure it out for us. Because a Hot Wheels Hoonicorn V1 and V2 and the Hoona Truck would just sell out completely. Like, so many people of all ages would love to have those in their collection. All right, here we are. We made it to the top of the list. Number 1. The car that I most want to see Hot Wheels produce. It is arguably the baddest car on YouTube. Factually, the baddest stick shift car on the planet. I am, of course, talking about Cletus McFarlane's XO Cage Corvette Leroy, the Savage. I know, I'm gonna get some of that, oh, you're just a Cletus homeboy kind of comments. And you're 100% right. The Cletus McFarlane YouTube channel really sparked the recent surge in my love of cars and is a big part of what inspired me to make a channel of my own. And Leroy is the coolest car he's got. And it has been so fun to watch him work on it and develop it into the monster that it is right now. And Hot Wheels could sell millions of them if they'll just watch this video and listen to me. This car has so much character, and I've enjoyed many an hour watching it on the racetrack. You already know I named my GNX after it, G-Roy. It is ultra recognizable, a super fan favorite, and they would fly off the shelves. Now, Leroy isn't as simple as a normal Hot Wheels casting, obviously, because he doesn't have a body. Well, wait, okay, he has a funny car body now, but he's mostly remembered with his XO cage. But I have such a good idea for this to be a Hot Wheels car, okay? Follow along with me. Matchbox can already make this. Their classic Matchbox dune buggy. Plastic roll cage, and it's just part of their regular release, you know? It's like $1.50. So we know they can do this kind of a roll cage. Hot Wheels right now has this off-road thing out, which is literally named the roll cage. So we have established that Hot Wheels can make XO cage vehicles. Are you with me so far? Now Hot Wheels also makes this. This is the Hot Wheels El Viento. Now I know what you're thinking. Dan, that looks nothing like Leroy or Leroy's funny car body. Where are you going? Stay with me. The El Viento has this cool little party trick where you can just disconnect the body on the top. Take a look at the interior, take a look at the weird futuristic engine if you want. And then when it's time to go racing and get your aerodynamics back, you just click it right back on. So just picture it. We got a Hot Wheels Leroy with the exo cage that looks like this or like this, but you can see the turbos and the LS and everything. But then when it's time to go racing, click, on goes the plastic funny car body over top. It would be so cool. I can't. It would be so cool. You could run it either way. You could, that's my number one. Hot Wheels Leroy. Exo cage, and then you click on the plastic body. I don't know if I have anything else to say. If Hot Wheels makes a Leroy like that, I don't know where they could go from there. That's it. That's my top 10. Thank you for watching. And again, let me know if there's something I missed, because I would love to discover cool new cars that need to be made into Hot Wheels. We're not doing any racing today. Mullet, this version of Mullet is not ready for the track yet. I do eventually want to race it, but I got to make it fast first. It's Mullet. Come on. Thank you so much for watching. And if you stuck it out to the end, thank you even more. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. And I will see you next time right here on Race 164.